got one of these round up already. I gotta make a stand for a couple of my bench grinders. So I got this part made up. This is gonna be like a core that sits in here. It's packed with sand, and you can probably figure out what I have in mind from there. Looks good so far. Not that there's anything tricky about this part yet. I got some cool new molding tools. You know, the right tool for the job, so to speak. There's a little bit of a curve on the edge of these, so I got to cope down just the tiniest bit. I guess I'm hoping this will be just the thing for it. Found them on the online want ads. There's a few other pieces that came with it too. It's pretty neat. Let's slip this down a bit. Since I can. I want to put one of these in here, just a thought. Can you guys even still see? Yeah, okay. There's a cool one here. This tool here. I believe some molder made this himself or in the foundry, because you still see marks where the gating was and stuff, and if this was a professionally made one for sale, it would have been cleaned up nicer. But you know, it's not too far off from what I've been using. This is cast iron. I thought it was bronze, but it's magnetic. came out. It was rubbing on the side of here, but I pulled out. These I washed off with acetone before I round them up to get them ready to put in these molds. Just to get any UV oil and stuff off of them that might have been left them in there from the and there we have it. So two of those molds are those grinder stands. It's got a couple of them sitting around that need to be set up. Yeah, the third mold is these three. They're going to be Christmas gifts, so don't tell them if you know them. Yeah, I got a fourth pattern somewhere too, and now I have a follow board set up. So I remember when I did my other video making one of these a while ago. There was some people in the comments who said they were interested in getting one for themselves. So if you're still out there and you're still interested, I'm thinking about maybe doing a run of these in time for Christmas if there's interest. So let me know, and we can figure something out. Oh yeah, also this is kind of cool. I got this cool vise. I just need a new a bar for it, but pretty cool. It's got a little mechanism underneath where gravity just opens up this little flap that has I guess like a half nut on it. It's I don't know if you vice nuts out there. I don't know if it's rare or whatever, but it's pretty cool. All right, so I've got my two grinder stand parts, 3 phone stands, all the weights on everything. Yeah, must have misplaced some of my screw covers. I had to improvise for some of these. Although this one here could use 4 of them. I know I've got more somewhere. Would have been an idea to make up another mold for these, I guess. Oh, there's one there. It's been sitting there for a long time. All right, everything's open up now. Time to light the furnace to go. I got all my tools laid out. PPV. Sometimes sure gets dusty. She had like a microfiber cloth or something. Got a red squirrel in here. He's absolutely driving me nuts. He just makes such a mess. If you had any idea how many rotting walnuts I had to dig out of my shelves. Oh. He's in here somewhere now up in the rafters. I wish he'd go away. Every time I come in here, he makes a mess. I guess it serves me right for taking his entire food supply for the winter and relocating it elsewhere. And I really don't have a lighter. Ugh. All right. Where were we? Now we got that on. Turn off the flame suit. Now, it's just much easier to tune the burner. That's one thing. Alright. Let's go. Go, 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 go. Yes. Last drop. Almost like I knew what I was doing. Well, I think that went well. I kept the screws full for the most part. Looks like everything filled. We'll have to see how those steel cores worked out. And the grinder stand bases. Come back in a few minutes. Shake all this out and see what we got. Ah, it's not bad enough he filled up my shelf with rotting walnuts. They look good so far. Can't really see the text on them yet. I think they're cool enough to use the plastic brush. Can't tell if that's showing up. The lighting's probably not great. I'll show you better later. I'll show you the one I rammed up on camera first. These should both be the same thing though. I love the smell of Petrobond in the afternoon. probably did. It looked a little funky, but that was just the gate. Fooled myself that time. And knock the sand out of the pipe in here. There we go. Nice and clean. Filled up nicely. I'm happy with that. There's like no flash on it whatsoever. The parting line is perfect. That thing is filled in there through the holes I drilled in the pipe, which I probably didn't show, and now never can. Yeah, this looks like it came out perfect. All right. The other one's probably gonna have a little bit of flash on it, but still pretty good, I hope. Yeah, tiny bit of flash. Just a little bit of rough texture right opposite these gates where I was a little bit aggressive with my brush cleaning off the edges of those gates. Yeah, this one's got a little bit of pits and porosity on the top of this thing here. This is going to be the one that goes on the underside of the stand, I think. Definitely acceptable, but not quite as perfect as the other one. These are just for my own shop anyway. I'll get those cleaned up and have a look. All right. Well, I've got that installed. It's the bolts went right through my lettering, of course. I didn't think about that ahead of time, but who really cares anyway? It's like the base for a tool stand. So, because I need a couple of these stands, I opted not to use this as the underside of the table because this will do, and just a couple bucks at the hardware store. I don't have to, make a whole casting for it, and that saves this one for a second stand. So here we are. I'm just getting the attachment put on here, and then I can attach the grinders to them and keep the ball rolling here. There we go. All right, got it the right way this time. Well, I got this one ready too, once there's a stand ready for it. Let's get it started threading in. It should, seems like it has. It should just spin right on. Get it on nice and tight so it doesn't want to start spinning on me while it's in use. Pretty good. Pretty cool. It's a seahorse. It's got this cool pull on and off switch. It is not 250 volts. It's definitely plugged into 120. Unitool, Montreal, Toronto. Pretty cool. Now let's see what happens. I like that switch. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, I like it. That's worked out really well. And if I find it's too wobbly, I can always pour some cement in the bottom or something like that. Woo. Well, here they are all finished up. It's pretty easy cleanup, just to grind the bottoms flat and file off the letters. Any little like crusty bits on the corners, just a real tiny amount of clean up with a file. There wasn't much to do. The bottom's flat. I glued on some, it's actually like, I think it's vinyl shelf liners, just a little bit of padding so you don't scuff up your tables or whatever. The M's are a little funky up in the corner, but that's the only thing I could see that's not, that I'm not super, you know, I'm happy with it, but the M's of this font are a little, they can maybe use a little wax or something to pull a little cleaner. Everything else, pretty good. My friend Chris gave me a bunch of new pattern letters. Well, they're signboard letters that I use as pattern letters. So I have this smaller font now. I used to only be able to fit 4 letters on. Now I can get 6. So yeah, I can customize these with about that much text at most right now, until I get some smaller letters, which I'm always on the lookout for.